All right, well, let's move on then. That's about Biocon. Clearly a big opportunity which should play out in the coming months or coming years. Let's get Deepan Mehta, Director Elixir Equities, who joins us on the show. We also have with us Mr. Sanjay Asher, the Senior Partner at Crawford Bayley, who joins us, as well as Mr. H.P. Ranina, Senior Advocate of the Supreme Court, who joins us to discuss the clean sheet that's been given to the Adani Group. Hi, Mr. Asher. Let me come across to you first. What do you make of this? It's clearly good news for the Adani Group. What's the way ahead?
No, it's certainly a good news, not only for the Adani Group, but for the Indian corporates as well, and for the markets as well, because that reposes confidence in the regulator, in the Indian corporate governance, so on and so forth. So, way forward is, yes, at least now the hanging sword on the Adani Group is now put to rest. So I don't think there would be any further investigation or any further scrutiny of all the allegations which Hindenburg had put on the Adani Group. So, having said that, Adani Group can now be assured that, look, at least the one which was pending has been put to rest.
Okay, so it's shut the door on any further legal scrutiny. Mr. Ranina, morning. Very simply put, can you explain why SEBI legally has concluded that the transaction didn't qualify as a related party transaction or there were any violations of fraud, etc.? Can you explain simply?
Well, SEBI has gone into the facts of the case. Please understand that SEBI is the final fact-finding authority. And they have gone into all the facts, all the details, they've got the documents, they have heard both parties, and they've come to the conclusion based on facts that there is no allegation, that the allegation made is totally without any substance, and there is no need to say that they have violated the law. Now, this being a question of fact, you cannot go in appeal because no court can decide on a question of fact. They can only go on a question of law. And no question of law is involved anymore. The facts have established that this Adani Group has not done anything which is improper, illegal, or in violation of any rules, regulations, or the law. Now, this being a question of fact, therefore, the matter will now come to an end. Of course, they'll have to report to the Supreme Court because this is a Supreme Court monitored investigation. And the SEBI will now give a report to the Supreme Court based on the factual evidence which they have gathered, and where the conclusion has been reached that there has been no irregularity or there is no illegality committed by the Adani Group. This will be reported and the matter should now be closed.
Mr. Ranina, will it have any bearing on the U.S. indictment against the Adani Group entities? As far as I remember, that was connected to violation of the Foreign Corrupt Practices Act, FCPA, and bribery allegations, etc. Will there be any sort of a bearing, any sort of a connection on that?
Well, the facts gathered by SEBI will be put before the U.S. court, and the American court will take those facts into account and then show that there is not any irregularity, because if there is any irregularity, it would be both under Indian law as well as American law. And if there's no irregularity, then obviously the American court will take cognizance of the facts which have been gathered by SEBI.
Okay. Mr. Asher, what are the implications, from a foreign investor point of view about infusing confidence in the Adani Group? It's not that on account of this allegation, we haven't seen money flowing into the Adani Group entities. For instance, GQG, the Qatar Investment Authority, they made some large investments in the Adani Group entities. But what is your take? Now that we've got this clean sheet from SEBI, what are the stock market implications?
To my mind, yes, it's a positive development and a very positive development for the investors as well. Because after the highest court in the country having requested SEBI to get into deep dive and get into the scrutiny, and after SEBI scrutinizing the entire transactions of the Adani Group have come to a conclusion. And as Mr. Ranina articulated, that yes, they have got into all the facts, they have got into all the details, and after scrutinizing all the facts, all the information, all the details, they've come to a conclusion that yes, there was no issues on the related party transaction or other transactions, including the shareholding of the Adani Group, which is illegal or which is something which meets more than the eye. So it's a very, very positive development, and the foreign investors surely will have more confidence not only in the Adani Group but in the overall Indian large companies, corporates.
Absolutely. Well put, Mr. Asher. I appreciate you joining in, and thank you so much, Mr. Ranina, as well, for joining in and taking us through your quick take on Adani Group getting a clean chit.